I'm Risa Mallon, and today is Sunday, January 18th, 2009, and I'm here in the Sanctuary of Bethel with Lucia Schnitzer. Tell me about your wonderful family.
Oh, it's the Jewish people. My extended family. But as far as my biological family, my mother and father come from Tucson, Arizona, and both my mother and father are missionaries. They're born-again Christians, and I was raised as a pastor's daughter. And we went off to Laredo, Texas, and we started our first mission there. And it was a really long journey for me in that religion, because I didn't necessarily believe all the elements of Christianity. And I questioned it since I was a little girl, since I was 8 years old. And I questioned it again when I was a teenager. And it got me in a lot of trouble. Pretty much my father says, as long as you're in this home and under my roof, this is how it is. And I did everything that was expected of me. And I really did it with my heart. I really, really did. It's my family. This is what I only knew. I didn't know anything else. I just knew that there were certain parts of it that I couldn't quite grasp and understand. So at the age of 18, I left our faith, and my parents were very upset. and it took them a while to accept it and to embrace it. And now we can have Shabbat dinners together, and we can actually have conversations without getting into any really deep, uncomfortable discussions. And when I go visit my sister at her home, she has a second oven that's reserved for my family, for my husband, my daughter, and I, so I can cook kosher at their home. We've had Thanksgiving there before. And, you know, Baruch Hashem, it's all worked out, and I'm really thankful for that.
I know that you and your husband have worked very hard within the Jewish community to help other interfaith couples find their connections and their peace with what they're doing.
Correct. My husband and I, when I came to Judaism, we were a couple, and then we broke up. And I moved to Chicago to finish my conversion there, and he went to Israel. And we found each other again after my conversion, and we knew it was B'Sheret, that he was my soulmate and I was his. And so we got married. So as a result of that, we have been able to help so many other couples, not just within our community, but outside of our community that are intermarried, pardon me. When you're intermarried, not that we were, but we understand because we had a very long process with the whole conversion process. But when you're intermarried, it can be very hard, especially when over time the Jewish spouse says, you know, I want to become more religious. I want to do more. And then the non-Jewish spouse is like, whoa, what's going on? We've been married for how long, and now you want to become an observant Jew? So what does that mean? That means there's a conversion involved if that's the route that they want to go. So we found a wonderful organization called Eternal Jewish Family, and it's led by Rabbi Lee Tropper out of Muncie, New York. He also runs a men's yeshiva called Horizons as well. But through this organization, they have been able to help hundreds and hundreds of interfaith marriages be able to resolve the situation and give this non-Jewish spouse a universal accepted conversion. So we've helped many couples here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I've spoken for Eternal Jewish Family, and it's been a very rewarding journey for both my husband and I to be able to provide that for people that are trying to resolve something that is pretty, that can be pretty serious.
Well, I know that it was a long, difficult, very difficult road that you took.
Yes.
And I can see that it was worth it for you. I know that it was worth it for Ken.
Yes.
But I want to tell you how valuable your story is to the community.
And being in this community has transformed me in so many ways. You know, when you're in a community, and in this case, In a Jewish community, it goes beyond the word community. So I'm going to read this to you. Community. What does it mean? I really don't know until recently. Shabbos, Yom Tovin, Simchas, and Yortzites. These are the times that bring us together. At the birth of our daughter, Aviva Chaya, our phone never slept. Our door kept on ringing. Voila, and there lied another gift. The food just kept coming, and so did the mazel tovs. All this for the birth of a Jewish neshama. I turned to my husband and smiled a large grin. I'm so thankful to be part of a big, beautiful family. Then shortly thereafter, the sky was filled with voices praying tefillos for Mikalea Bas Shoshana, a balabasta, a mother of 4. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. Who would have known? How could this be? She's only in her 30s, still breastfeeding. The community pulled together and created a safe haven for Michaela, her husband, and their beautiful children. 6 months later, there was another cry for Penina Leah Basara. Yes, that's me. I was also diagnosed with this treacherous disease, a wife, a daughter, a friend, a mother. I'm only in my 30s and found it while I was also breastfeeding and couldn't believe this was happening to me. Again, the community pulled together, holding hands, creating a circle of hope, of prayer, of strength, and of love. I look at their faces staring back at me. I see Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. You are all balabastas, Bas Israel, the women of valor, the pillar of strength. Each of you define a community, sisterhood as a whole. The Aish that burns deep within our neshama is the Aish that we all share. When one hurts, we all hurt. When one rejoices, we all rejoice as one. When Hashem addressed the Jewish nation at Mount Sinai, he referred to us as one entity, one body. This is what it means to be a community, a family.